Hello, my name is Simona.
Hello, my name is Plamina.
Before we start, let's check if you can hear me and see us. The goals of the AMOSYS software are to reduce the time and errors in the exchange of information between dental technicians and dentists, and to improve the overall management of the laboratory. From the efficiency in tracking the work on products in the dental laboratory to produce orders qualitatively and on time, to managing the finances of the laboratory. AMOSYS software is a cloud product, and to work with it, you only need internet and a browser. Thanks to the two separate profiles, for dental technicians and dentists, AMOSYS is not just a place to store data, but a space for effective communication between dental practices and dental laboratories. The key points of our webinar today are creating an order through passive practice, assigning specific stages of the product fabrication process to dental technicians, creating an invoice for that order, and adding the receipt. We will conclude with our questions and answers section, answering frequently asked questions. Now I will show you what a dental technician's profile looks like in the software. A home dashboard menu loads with a calendar showing all orders for the month. Clicking on a selected order from the calendar opens calendar orders with detailed information about it and the ability to edit the planned tasks for its execution. It is marked for each day how many orders there are in the laboratory and what status they are in, respectively. In green are completed, in blue are in progress, in red are unplanned. At the top of the dashboard are interactive buttons for orders, which are overdue, overdue today, overdue tomorrow, and blocked. To start working with AMOSYS in the inventory menu, you must have entered the products you offer, and against each product, you must enter a price and warranty. To receive dental orders from your dentists, you need to be connected with them in the software. If your dentists have a profile in AMOSYS, you need to send them an invitation to connect with the practice and enter the email of the dental practice. If your dentists do not have a profile in the software, you can send them a registration invitation and enter their email address. If you wish, you can create a passive practice and enter the orders you receive from your dental practices yourself by clicking on Add Passive Client. And now I will show you how to create an order from a passive practice. To create an order from a passive practice, you must have added at least one product and filled in the following mandatory fields: due date, patient's name, delivery address. And now I will show you how to create an order from a passive practice. To create an order from a passive practice, you must have added at least one product and filled in the following mandatory fields: delivery date, patient's name, delivery address. From the interactive dental map, we enter the desired product. To mark a tooth, click on its number. From the drop-down menu, you can choose how to mark the tooth. Tooth for treatment, missing tooth for treatment, implant for processing. We have a drop-down menu with products, all products that the laboratory has entered. There are three types of shading: Vita Classic, Vita 3D Master, Ivoclar Chromoscope. Choosing a date for the test. From feedback, we know that the date for the test is very important to plan the production of the product on time. When choosing a date for the test, the software shows when the test date is in the order, so the test date cannot be missed. We can add more than one product to a given order. Notes: if you wish, you can add notes to the order. Photos, videos, and STL files can be added. Against payment due date, the payment due date is entered. After entering the order, it goes from draft status to accepted status. After the order is accepted, as you can see, it appears in the home dashboard menu in red because it is unplanned. If you are a small laboratory and think that there is no need and do not want to plan individual activities for the production of the product and assign them to different dental technicians in the laboratory, then simply skip this step. If your laboratory is medium or large and you want to know which dental technician is assigned to work on which stage of the products and within what deadline, this can be easily tracked in AMOSYS. Let's assign the individual activities for the production of the product for the order we created. Once the order is in accepted status, clicking on the blue Templates button opens the Tasks Planning window, and the template for the product is automatically loaded. You can create product templates in advance in the inventory menu. Each template for a given product can be modified at the order level, according to the need for specific actions to finalize the production of the particular product. After entering the dates and hours and assigning the dental technicians, we press the Save button. As you can see, the order is visualized on the home dashboard in blue, indicating that it is planned. Let me show you how the calendar staff menu provides a view where you can see all the dental technicians in the laboratory and the tasks assigned to them for execution. From here you can see which dental technician is assigned to which tasks and how many planned working hours they have. Against each laboratory employee's name is information about their occupancy by days and hours. They are marked in different colors according to the employee's occupancy. Undertime is in blue color, overtime is in red, outside assigned shifts are in green color, and without work schedule is in white. Depending on the occupancy of the dental technicians, you can relieve overburdened employees by transferring their tasks to the next day or another dental technician. Likewise, overdue orders, unplanned orders, and overdue today can be assigned to less busy dental technicians. Let's go back to the home dashboard menu and change the status of the order to produced. As you can see, the order is now in orange color, meaning that it is produced and ready to be sent to the dental practice. I will change the status of the order to sent. The order is now in green color, meaning that it is completed. And now I will show you how to quickly and easily create and send an invoice to your client. To issue an invoice, click on the Invoicing or Documents menu. Then press the blue Issue button, which opens a drop-down menu where you can choose between an invoice, credit note, and debit note. Select Invoice, and a Set Details window opens where you choose Client, and against invoice type, you decide whether the invoice will be free or associated with orders. The Finance module allows issuing one invoice for many orders. For example, you can issue one monthly invoice to a client, dental practice, for all orders you had from them for the month. Choose invoice type for orders and click on the blue Continue button. A modal window Set Details opens. At the top, the client and invoice type that we selected appear. Then under Invoicing, click on the box against each order you want to invoice. In this case, I choose only the order we created earlier and click on the blue Continue button. A modal window Orders Invoice opens. Here, automatically entered are the invoice number, date of issue, date of the tax event, and due date. Click on Payment Method, and you can choose between bank transaction, POS bank terminal, or cash on delivery. After choosing the payment method, if you and your client have entered your bank details in your profiles in the software, the system automatically fills in the bank details. If the bank details are not entered, you need to enter them manually. After entering your bank details, against the order, choose Invoicing method and decide whether to invoice in percent or a fixed amount. In this case, I will choose fixed amount, and under absolute amount, enter the amount you want to be invoiced. You can invoice the full amount of the order or, if you wish, a part of it. After filling in the amount to be invoiced, under Invoice Discount, there is a discount field where you can enter a discount for the invoice. Against Discount Note, you can write a note of why a discount was made. In the Payment Amount field, against the In Words field, you need to write the final payment amount in words. Against the Notes field, you can enter additional notes for the invoice. To exempt the invoice from tax, you need to click on the tick box Tax Exempt. For the invoice to be in another language different from the one in the country you are in, you need to click on Translations. Invoices can be issued in English, German, Bulgarian, and Turkish. You can see the invoice in the Documents menu in Open Status, meaning that it has been sent to your client and payment is awaited. An important functionality of the software allows dental practices to receive documents directly in their profiles in the system, as well as email notifications upon receiving a document from the laboratory. Filters in the Invoicing menu, for example, if you want to see orders that have not been invoiced for a given client for the last 2 weeks, you need to select Client, then click on the Created On filter and choose a period. Now all orders that are not invoiced for the given period to the client will appear. Adding a receipt. To add a receipt to the invoice we created, select Client, then choose the date of receipt, where the software allows you to mark the receipt with a back date. In the Method of Receipt field, you can choose between bank transaction, POS bank terminal, or cash on delivery. Then enter the amount of the receipt. The software allows you to write a reference for the receipt, as well as add a note to the receipt. When creating a receipt for a specific client, you will see all the invoices and debit notes awaiting receipts from that particular client on the screen. Under Paid in this receipt, you can manually enter the amount received against the invoice. You can view the receipt in the Receipts and Payments menu in Completed status. Submenu Documents. In the Documents submenu are all the documents you have created for your laboratory. From here, you can easily determine which invoice has been paid and which is awaiting payment. The same applies to credit and debit notes. Each document has a status depending on whether a receipt payment has been entered for it. The software allows for analysis by clients. For example, to see all the invoices that are waiting for payment for a given client for the previous month. Select type of the document, invoice, choose client, choose status of the document open and partially paid, and date of issue, and click on the blue filter button. The software displays invoice roles awaiting payment for the given customer. Submenu Clients Receivables. The Clients Receivables submenu offers an age analysis of receivables from dental practices. From here, you can easily see if anyone has a payment delay to your laboratory. The age analysis shows what receivables the laboratory has from a given client, distributed in intervals of overdue. The software offers a useful tool in this menu to monitor delayed payments to the laboratory and the days these delays are in. In the Balance submenu, you see all invoices, credit, debit notes, receipts, and payments for the period you selected, which form the opening and closing balance. Against each document, receipt, or payment, the associated orders or invoices are shown. You can add receipts and payments to the software. As I mentioned earlier, AMOSYS is a software for managing dental laboratories. From the acceptance of the order, its production, sending it to the dental practice, to its invoicing. And now let's move on to our questions and answers section.
What are the steps to start working with the software?
There are several steps to start working with the software. First, it is necessary to register your laboratory on the amosys.eu website and enter the name of the laboratory, your name, email, and password. After that, you will receive confirmation that your registration is valid, and from there you can start using the software. It is necessary to enter your products in the inventory menu. An important detail here is that you can have different price lists for different dental practices you work with. After entering the products your laboratory offers and the price against each product, you can connect with a dental practice directly through the AMOSYS software by sending a registration invitation or a connection invitation. In case the dental practice does not use the software, you can create orders in the software yourself through passive practice.
How long does it take to enter a dental order in AMOSYS?
Entering an order into the software takes less than a minute, a time during which you probably can't even make a phone call to clarify the order details. The risk of errors when using the software is minimized. One of its goals is to prevent the loss of information along the way from the paper note from the dental practice, through the phone calls, the email, and the multiple places from which you receive information about the orders.
Is it necessary to appoint an additional employee in the laboratory to work with the software?
We receive many inquiries regarding the use of the software, and they are related to whether an additional person is needed to work with the software, to enter orders, to track them, and the short answer is no. The software is intuitive enough to allow easy use, even if you are the only dental technician in the laboratory. You are both the dental technician and the administrator, and you issue your invoices. The purpose of the software is to facilitate your work and to have all the information about the orders in one place. You will see that the effort in learning to use new software is much less than the benefits you subsequently get, for example, when searching for an order for a specific patient, which takes less than a minute, unlike current methods where you have to dig through documents, lists, and Excel spreadsheets. The software replaces Excel spreadsheets and Google Calendars and replaces file transfer platforms. So all your information is in one place, easily accessible from wherever you are.
What subscription plans does AMOSYS offer?
Let's see what subscription plans our software offers so you can choose the most convenient one for you and the needs of your laboratory. Now we will share our screen and see our price list. Something important we did just a week ago is to add the possibility to use the software for 100 orders for free, meaning the first 100 orders from the beginning of the month are free to use the software. You only pay if you have more than 100 orders, and another important thing we added is that the software can now be used by an unlimited number of dental technicians in the laboratory. There is a subscription fee for the laboratory, depending on the number of orders per month, but the number of users of the software within the laboratory is unlimited.
Can additional features be added to the software for my laboratory?
If you do not see features that you want to have in the software and to use in your dental laboratory, we are ready to discuss your needs and find the best solution for your dental laboratory. All you have to do is contact us by writing an email or calling us. In case you need additional clarification, you can always contact us at the emails that you will see below in the link under the video, and you can also register for a demo meeting, where we will individually address all the questions you have regarding the use of the software.